Hello again, my name is Ishai Frenkel and I am going to guide you about Adobe Premiere Pro. Okay, so I'm using Adobe Premiere CC, means Creative Cloud, but I'm gonna guide the basics. So Adobe Premiere CS6, which means Creative Suite 6, is perfect. You don't need CC, CS6 is fine. Okay, so this is the window that you see when you open Premiere. So you can disable this window by clicking on this, by unchecking this box. But I recommend you to see this window. It's very nice and it helps us to create new project, and you can see a lot of things from here. So from here you can open a recent item. A bit more about sync settings. It's just for Creative Cloud, and you can see some help, some resources here, and you can create a new project. So let's create a new project. If you don't have this window, you can go to File, New Project, but because I'm from here, I can click from just from here, and then I will name it. So let's call it course or first lesson. Okay, now here we can choose which location we want to save it in. So let's say we want to put it in the pictures, and then we can change a few settings here. You don't want to really mess up with those settings, but mainly this is how you should how it should look for you. So timecode or frames, it's fine. Now here in Capture, you probably use HDV because this is for cameras that record with 720p or more, and DV is for less, and HDV means for HD, high quality, high definition. So most common is HDV because most cameras record with above than 720p. And scratch disks, yeah, I won't get into it, but this is where all the autosave files and all what you see here are saving. So it will save in the same place as project. So what I usually do is create a new folder. Okay, let's call it lesson 1 Premiere. So I create a new folder for each project because there are many other files that generating when you open a new project. So let's click OK. So this is our workspace. Let's start from here. You can see the project panel, okay? Each one of these are panels. And in the project panel, we can import things. So we'll go into it in a few minutes. There is the effects panel, effect controls, timeline, and the program monitor. So you can see we can change it here to other panels. We can also add panels from window and then add the options panel, and we can dock it into here, for example. So we can dock it as a new tab. We can also place it this way. It's the same, and we can place it here, so it's like a new window. We can also place it here or anywhere else. So now we can move it back to what it was, or go to Window, Workspace, and then reset current workspace. Yes. Okay. Now this is the original workspace, how it was. I changed it just a bit because I changed it to fit my needs. So your workspace might look a bit different. Okay, so now let's start by adding some video. Okay, so now I will take the first lesson from the Java class. Now go to the project panel and drag it to here, or right click import, and then I can drag it here. Okay, import. Now, this is our timeline. In the timeline, we edit the videos, we cut, we change everything. So when we edit in the timeline, we need a sequence. So let's create a new sequence by going to File, New Sequence, or click Command N if you're on Mac. If you're on Windows, then Control N. And then choose the right preset for your camera. You can also add presets. So I can choose one 1080p. If your camera is 720p, then use one of these. So you can see 720p with 24 FPS, means frames per second. Okay, so now let's choose this just for the example, and we can call it sequence 1 or lesson 1, it doesn't matter, it's just a name. Now, okay, so the sequence is our project, okay? We have our general project, and in our big project we can put a lot of small projects. Usually we will work with only one sequence, but sometimes when I create big works or big movies, so you might want to use a new sequence for each scene or for something else. It's a bit different for what you're creating. Okay, so now let's drag the video from here to the sequence, and it says that the clip does not match the sequence settings. So I will change sequence settings if I want to match the sequence for our video, and if not, if I want to keep the existing settings of the sequence, we will click keep existing settings. But I don't want it. I want to use the video properties. So let's click change sequence settings. And now you can see our video here in our program monitor. Okay, so in the program monitor, we can do a few things. We can hit play.
Hello,
and we can move one frame. We can go to the out, and I don't think we will talk about all the others because they are not so important. But just for letting you know, you can press space for starting or space for pausing it, and you can also use shortcut keys. So use J for backwards, K to stop, L to move forward. So L is forward, K is stopping, and if you click a few times on the L key, it's fast forwarding. So, and the same thing with the J key. Okay, so now you can see in our sequence it's a bit smaller, so let's increase it and move it here. Okay, so now you can see we have video and audio. So all this part, okay, all the above part is for video, and all this part is for audio tracks. What does the tracks means? We can add a few videos, okay? We can add another video and another video, and then you can see there is one video on one track, there is another video on track 2, and there's another video on track 3. So if you are trying to, we will use them later, but now you can see we can toggle track output, means that we can disable it and not being able to see it. And there are a few more options here, and you can choose lock track, so whatever you do will not affect it. I don't use it a lot, but you might use it for a few times. So let's unlock it. Okay, so that was our lesson, and I'll see you in the next one.